the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back, get back. Prepared Mind channel here, Zero Dark 30, blasting out of the bunker. Finally got some good internet reception here so I can upload a video, talk to you guys about, well, A Tale of Two Twits. And I was going to just pick on the American twits, but there's so much more to this. There really is, but let's just start there. In an effort to try and torpedo President Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance, the media has shown that they are the great twits of America because they took a complaint from an Arlington cemetery worker and tried making national news out of it. Because they held a memorial the other day for the servicemen and women who were killed during Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's. There's two twits for you. Their speedy, ridiculous withdrawal from Afghanistan, and they were killed as a result of action and inactions that were all inappropriate. So there was a memorial held at Arlington Cemetery where these servicemen and women were laid to rest. And they tried making some hay out of it. And they just showed how idiotic they are, trying to say, well, you know, you're not supposed to take pictures. You turned it into a PR stunt. No photographers are allowed. Well, you know, trying to make President Trump look like a political capitalist, a political charlatan, someone who's there for a photo op only. Well, one, Trump was invited by the families. They considered it an honor to have a president of the United States for a memorial service there. And they wanted Trump there, and they wanted photography because they wanted to show the difference, right? They wanted to show the difference between Trump and, of course, the two twits. But the two twits are now changing from Biden-Harris to Harris-Tim. Twinkle Toes Tampon Timmy Walls, who's got no balls. And here's where we get into more of what's going on. Is supposedly it was wrong. It was incorrect. It was an act of dishonor for Trump to be there with cameramen and having the ceremony. And as usual, the media, being the twits they are, and then the Kamala Harris campaign, the logic just goes right over their head. They don't see it. They don't see the problem with what they're doing and saying. They said, well, geez, and I believe that would be J.D. Vance stood up and made this point. He said, you want to criticize them for being at a ceremony he was invited to. And they're trying to claim the Harris Walls twit campaign. They're trying to say that veterans are very pissed off at this, that it was disrespectful. And it turns out, no, veterans are pissed off that you have a stolen valor human being in America, in Tampon Timmy Walls, who is continuing to claim military service and military action that he did not participate in. He's a liar and he's a criminal, and that is dishonorable. And he's running as vice president as a lying sack of shit about his military service. I mean, he could have just said, look, I'm a veteran, and left it at that. He could have just kept it quiet, right? But nope, they got to push it. They got to try and aggrandize themselves as a battalion sergeant major, yada, yada, yada. So the incredible tale of two twits is going to continue. It just is. These people are that dumb. But it's not just America. Europe has its twits as well. In fact, I think the original Tale of Two Cities, it was London and Paris, if I remember my literature correctly. So we go to France, and you've got Emmanuel Macron there. And what has he done? Well, it appears that he actually invited the CEO of Telegram being a small or smaller, less popular social media project or service, along the lines of a Twitter or an Instagram, something like that. Well, apparently he was invited there. He thought he was going to have a meeting with Macron. Macron was going to offer that he move his company to France. And apparently Mr. Pavel declined. And now he's a political prisoner. He was arrested. He's been indicted. He's out on a 5 million either euro or American dollar bond. I don't know what the actual dollar number is. Probably 5 million euros. And if he thinks he's going to get a fair trial in France, he's out of his fucking mind. The twits in France, their law is not like the Anglo common law that America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the British Isles enjoy. In France, you're guilty until proven innocent. We say that again. You're guilty until proven innocent. It's a different system. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't tell them to pound sand, fuck off, and he just flees the country. I think the CEO of Rumble left that under those terms, left France. Good golly. I mean, the twits are everywhere. And they're doing everything they can to destroy everything they can. It's not going to end well. It just isn't. Tale of Two Twits. Good golly. And that we just barely scratched the surface, folks. Right? When we talk about stupid decisions, there's just no end to them. And there's no end to the lies. And there's no end to the propaganda. There are endless twits in the Democrat Party. If Kamala Harris is to be believed to be a viable candidate, then surely my jokes about other criminal Democrats being arrested is, there goes another vice presidential candidate. Oh, there goes another Democrat, contender for the president, because they're all freaking criminals and they're all idiots. They are. I mean, they have awarded holy cow, election managers in various cities. They have awarded them literal awards for helping stuff ballot boxes. I mean, the woman they caught on film, on video, allegedly committing heinous crime of, election fraud, right? Election fraud, election interference by interfering this way, by cheating. And they give her a fucking presidential award. These are the twits we're up against. So to believe that they're so dumb that they will cheat themselves out of the victory, well, that's what the Republicans are famous for, right? Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Democrats, on the other hand, they'll continue to be stupid. They'll make the worst decisions. And then they'll get elected anyways. And they'll make the dumbest decisions and recommendations like, I know, let's do a unrealized capital gains tax that's forced on people. And oh my God, that one is a huge one. Talk about the move of the century. We'll be talking more about that in the future, but I'm telling people 25% of the increase in cost or value, if you will, of your property, you are now liable to pay in taxes. Well, this is not only unconstitutional, it's taxation without a taxable event. You're taxing inflation. Inflation is already its own tax. And I'm surprised no one's taken this angle and said, the only reason things go up in value is because of inflation. You buy a house for $100,000, you don't do anything to it, and 5 years later it's worth $120,000. Well, nothing has changed except the value of currency has gone down. So now, right, the house is reputedly worth more dollars nominally, but it's all from inflation. So on that $20 increase or gain, capital gain, the government will assess you a tax and say you now owe additional taxes on the inflated value of your home, even though you're not doing anything to it and you haven't sold the home. It's completely just off the hook. It truly is, folks. Tale of two twits and then some. Shit hitting the fan. It's going to get nasty, folks. We're already dealing with the stupid, and there's going to be violent fallout from it. Till tonight, you guys be cool, be safe, Semper Fi, and God bless America.